Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host this evening. Hope you're doing well out there. Thank you so much for joining us on this very rainy in New York City Wednesday. Wherever you may be, I hope it's not raining for you, or maybe you're joining us right here from New York, and solidarity with you here tonight. Get yourself signed up for tonight's quiz by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. We're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia, and everybody is welcome to join us. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice that it asks you for a few basic sign-up details. This includes a team name and email address, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. Whatever your league status may be, we welcome you to play with us here this evening. Also, it's only week 3 of our current league season 58. So you're very welcome to get signed up tonight. We take the top 7 scores from a 10-week season to see how you stack up against everyone else who's playing with us here tonight. So it's really not too late to get signed up for the league this evening. And you do that simply by saying, yeah, we're in the league. As I mentioned before, we're playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories are going to be question and answer style rounds. And our 4th and final theme of the night is a picture round. That means the majority of this quiz are these question and answer style rounds. And here's how it's going to work. I will ask you a question right here out loud for you to hear. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning you will be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of the questions may have multiple choice options. Others of them are going to be short answer in nature. In fact, the vast majority of them this evening will be short answer in their structure. It is your goal to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there's a countdown timer for every single question in these first 3 rounds. Make sure you click submit answers before it's too late. If you enter in a response and you realize you have a spelling error, don't sweat it. I'm able to see what you've put as your responses, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you want to change your response and you have some time left on that countdown timer, feel free to enter in a new updated response. Just make sure you click submit answers a second time so that I get your latest answer over here. Let's get into our first round in just a moment. If you're just joining, hi, welcome. I'm Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host tonight. Get yourself signed up for the quiz by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, enter in that team name and email address and let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Let's check in with our league standings. 2 weeks in, here's how things are going so far. We've got a tie in that top spot with 79 points thus far in the season. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and we drink and we know things tied up there. And in the 10th spot right now with 68 points total, Chi-Chi's forever. Well done to these top 10 teams. You could join this group if you're not already in it in future weeks. Just make sure you're signed up for the league. Our 4th and final category of the night is going to be that picture round, which is structured differently than our first 3 categories of the evening. And I'll walk you through the specifics of it when we get to that point of the game. We'll close out the game with a tiebreaker question to settle any potential ties that we have between teams here tonight. And before we get into our first category, I do have 2 simple rules that I ask that you all kindly abide by here tonight. Rule number 1, there's no cheating in this game. Do not look the answers up. That's cheating. Let's find out what you know, not what you're capable of Googling. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. The chat is there for us to talk to each other. Please feel free to use it. Your comments may end up here on the screen. So keep the convo going. Just don't give away the answers. We're going to get into our first round momentarily here. If you're not already signed up, this is your last opportunity to do so before we dive into round number one. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in that team name, email address, let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, and you will be joining these 48 illustrious trivia teams who are signed up here tonight, from the Helsinki Syndrome down to our most recent team to get signed up, the Rubber Yolks. So welcome to those two teams and every team in between. Best of luck on the quiz this evening. Round number one tonight is in the category of Double Talk. Double Talk is our first theme. For each question in this round, the correct answer is a word that is repeated, like liar, liar. In order to get a point, you must enter the correct word twice. Let's do it. Here is question number one. The evil queen and sorceress Clementiana is played by Julia Roberts in what 2012 film adaptation of a Brothers Grimm story? Name that movie. I've got an answer for you for number one. That movie that features Julia Roberts as Clementiana. It's a version of Sleeping Beauty, or pardon me, Snow White, called Mirror, Mirror. Mirror, Mirror. Your correct answer for number one. How'd we do on that first one? A good start, with 76% of you getting that first one correct. Here's question number two. Opened in 1826, what fifth prison to be constructed in the state of New York was once called Ossining Correctional Facility? Some good guesses coming in, like prison. But your correct answer here is Sing Sing. Sing Sing is the name of that prison. 84% of you got question two correct. Our third question in this double talk themed round: what Tim Burton sequel that has been 36 years in the making sees the return of Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and Michael Keaton? Remember the theme, folks. In order to get a point, you have to put the word twice. I did give the warning that you had to put the word twice, both in that first question as well as moments ago. At least one team didn't hear me, and I'm sorry to say you're not able to get a point for this one. It's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Very clever sequel name. I love it. I'm excited for it. I hope it's great. And I hope there's a third one called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Question 4. Located in the South Pacific's Leeward Islands, what island group of French Polynesia is a popular vacation destination and gets its name from the Tahitian word for firstborn? I can only assume, and also Oliver, that you're worried because I summoned Beetlejuice. Your correct answer for number 3 is Bora Bora. Bora Bora is your correct response there. 82% of you got that one right. Question 5. When a situation resolves in such a way that everyone involved has a positive outcome, it goes by what name? A name shared with the 2011 Paul Giamatti wrestling movie. Everyone comes out getting what they want. It's a win-win. A win-win. Your correct answer there for number 5. Our 6th question in round 1. In the movie musical Mamma Mia, the character Sophie sings what ABBA song as she reads her mom's old diary, which details her young romances? ABBA has quite a few songs that repeat a word like Gimme, 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 a man after midnight, money, money, money. But this one is honey, 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 honey. It was a tougher question, but 30% of you still got it right. On to our 7th question in round 1. An In-N-Out cheeseburger, a Tim Hortons coffee drink, and a basketball single game statistic all share what name? Your correct answer for number 7. All 3 of those things are double doubles. Double double, your correct response. Question number 8. What Indian Telugu language song from the 2020 film RRR won the Academy Award for Best Original Song? Shout out to the team who put something something. Yes, it is something something. It's natu natu, or in some translations, nacho nacho. Either one will get you a point there. Natu natu. 30% of you knew that one. Two more questions in this double talk round. Here's number 9. What English pop rock band that was formed in 1978 has hits like Girls on Film and Rio? You did well here, but it's not a social, not quite. Your correct answer is Duran Duran. Duran Duran. 86% of you got it right. And our final question in round number 1, CEO David Calhoun is stepping down at the end of 2024 from a company which inspired the name of what French farce about a bachelor who's involved romantically with 3 flight attendants? Your correct answer for number 10, that farce is called Boeing. Boeing. Reminder, you had to put the word twice in order to get the point. Boeing, Boeing. 64% of you got that one right. Let's check in with our standings. We are 1 round into the quiz. Right now, we've got a tie for, let's see here, for 5th place. That tie is between the Book Club, Goo Muck Muck 2.0, We Drink and We Know Things 12, The Lippiest Nando, Jack Ash Incorporated, actually, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Tied for the lead right now with perfect scores in round number 1, we have Sam and Nate, the Quizlamic State, Pieced It Together, and the Helsinki Syndrome. We're getting into our second round of the evening, but first, we do private events. We would love to work with you, whether you're looking for something fun to do with your work colleagues or a personal gathering like a birthday party. We would absolutely love to be a part of it. We customize our content to your interests. We can do things in person or virtually or some combination of the two. Reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com, and we will make it happen. Our second round of the night is in the category of the 18th century. Let's do it. 10 questions about the 18th century. Here is round 2, question number 1. What 1,676 pound granodiorite can be found in the British Museum today, but was discovered in Egypt in 1799? A granodiorite. Some of you wondering what that might be. I'm wondering, did I say it right? Maybe, maybe almost. It's a stone, and specifically, it's the Rosetta Stone in this instance. So 60% of you got that one correct. Question number two. Edward Jenner demonstrated the world's very first vaccine in May 1796 to treat what fatal disease that, according to the World Health Organization as of 1980, is the only human disease to have been eradicated to date? Your correct answer for number two is smallpox. So, smallpox is what that vaccine was for. How'd you do? 70% of you got that one right. Question number three. Sharing his name with an NFL running back for the Buffalo Bills, what British explorer mapped lands from New Zealand to Hawaii? I'm sorry to say it's not Travis Kelce. There was not a Travis Kelce sailing the seas back in the 18th century, but rather a James Cook is your correct answer for number three. Question number four. What author, philosopher, and women's rights advocate wrote the 1792 feminist work, A Vindication of the Rights of Women, and happened to also be the mother of Mary Shelley? Name that person. We had a vast variety of spellings for this one, trying to make sure that if I can tell you were trying to write this last name, that you get the point here. Her name, Mary, also, but her last name, Mary Wollstonecraft. Wollstonecraft, your correct answer there. How'd you do? A lot of Wollstone crabs in there. 36% of you got it right. Pretty tough, but well done. We got to have some tough ones in the mix. Let's see how you do on question number five. What Enlightenment thinker was known for his notable works like The Theory of Moral Sentiments, 1759, and The Wealth of Nations, 1776? Multiple choice there. The Theory of Moral Sentiments and the Wealth of Nations, both by John Locke is your correct answer. Pardon me, I lied. It's Adam Smith. I fooled you. April Fools, just a couple days late. Adam Smith. That's what I meant. Question 6. Composed in 1741 was Messiah, an English language oratorio from what German British composer known for his operas? That 1741 work, Messiah, featuring that Hallelujah chorus, is by George Frederic Handel. Handel, your answer there for number 6. 68% of you got that one right. On to our 7th question in round number 2. Born in 1757, which of the Schuyler sisters was a founder of the first private orphanage in New York City and was the wife of Alexander Hamilton? Wife of Alexander Hamilton, founder of the first private orphanage in New York. It's Eliza Schuyler slash Eliza Hamilton. You did great there. 88% of you got that one right. 3 more questions in this 18th century round. Then we're moving on to something else. Here's number 8. Maria Theresa, the daughter and heir of Emperor Charles VI, acted as Archduchess of Austria and was also the only reigning woman ruler of what royal house? Maria Theresa, sorry to say, not of House Atreides, nor of House of the Dragon, but if you put House Habsburg Dynasty, you got that one right. 2 more questions in this round. Here's number 9. With moons like Titania and Oberon, what planet became the very first to be discovered by telescope when astronomer William Herschel observed it in 1781? 20 teams have submitted the correct answer here. Always a pleasure to say this one. That planet is Uranus. Uranus, your correct response for number 9. And our final question of round 2. The Montgolfier brothers recorded the very first flight of what kind of aircraft in 1783, marking the first documented successful human carrying flight technology. Name that type of aircraft. The Montgolfier brothers. Yeah, you got feelings about this one, Dante. The Montgolfier brothers, they're responsible for hot air balloons. 82% of you got that one correct. And that does bring us to the halfway point of our quiz. As it stands, 20 questions into the game. In a tie for 6th place with 18 points, we have Sam and Nate, Goo Goo Muck Muck 2.0, Jackash Incorporated. Actually, Team 578 and Team 578 tied for 2nd place with 19 points. We have the Quizlamic State, Pieced It Together, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich, 2000, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. In the lead right now, the only team with a perfect score thus far, 20 for 20, the Helsinki Syndrome. Great game so far, folks. We're going to get into our 3rd round of the night. But first, let's check in with our upcoming schedule. We will be back with our next game 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, April 10th, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern time. The movie quiz is currently on hiatus, but we'll come back sometime. Keep an eye out for updates by following Trivia Man on Instagram. Hopefully, the movie quiz will be back sometime soon. Round 3 tonight is in the category of Oops. Oops is our topic. In this round, every single question or answer, either or, the question or the answer, will contain the letters OOP consecutively. Let's do it. Here is question number 1. On Seinfeld, while playing a game of Trivial Pursuit, George Costanza memorably refuses to accept an answer to a question, who invaded Spain in the 8th century, by saying, I'm sorry, the card says what? So what does that card say? Hello, dogs Halo and Tiger. Dante, come. This is Dante. He hasn't been on camera for a while. He's usually taking a nap during the game, and I'm trying not to disturb him. But something was going on in the hallway, obviously. So he had something to say about that. Dante, say hello. All right, I'm going to put him down now. George Costanza insists, because the card says so, that the answer is not the Moors, but the Moops. Moops, your correct answer for number 1. We had a longtime trivia team who were called the Moops. Perfect name for a trivia team. Question number 2. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays an assassin who is assigned to kill his older self, played by Bruce Willis, in what 2012 sci-fi thriller directed by Rian Johnson? That 2012 Ryan Johnson movie is called Looper. Looper, your correct response for question number 2. Question number 3. Pertussis is a respiratory tract infection that is also commonly known by what two-word term? This disease is often vaccinated against at infancy, along with diphtheria and tetanus. We were so close to a social here. A couple of teams put croup, which is a really good guess. But the correct answer is whooping cough. Whooping cough, also known as pertussis. 88% of you got that one right. Question 4. According to the 1993 Nintendo character manual, the character Yoshi has what last name? This one, multiple choice. Select the correct last name. If you're just joining us, I do see in the chat someone accidentally giving away an answer. We want you to play with us. Giving away the answers in the chat, not part of the game. And this is where you can get signed up. That's the website there, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. You're welcome to come play with us. We're about halfway through the quiz. We're on round 3. Question 4, which happens to be my hint of the night. And it's all about Yoshi, whose last name apparently is Munchakoopas. Yoshi T, pardon me, his full name, T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas. It seems as though many of you do follow me on Instagram, since 75% of you got that one right. If you don't yet, follow me at Trivia Meredith. I'll help you out just a little bit next time that you play with us. Our next question in this round, number 5. From 1982 to 1989, Dr. C. Everett Koop was the 13th person to hold what federal government position? No worries at all, 49 more. We're very happy to have you here, and I hope you stick around and play. Your correct answer for number 5. A household name because he was in office during the AIDS crisis. He was the Surgeon General. Surgeon General, your correct response. For number 5, question number 6, Youper is a demonym used to refer to residents of an area in what U.S. state? The largest cities in this area by population are Marquette, Sault Ste. Marie, and Escanaba. You're a Youper if you live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Michigan, your correct answer there for number 6. Question number 7. Legendary WNBA player Cheryl Swoops won the first 4 WNBA championships from 1997 to 2000 for what now defunct Houston team that, like the NBA's Houston Rockets, has an astronomically inspired name? That WNBA team, now defunct, was known as the Houston Comets. Comets, your answer for number 7. 3 more questions in this round, then we're moving into our final round of the evening, the picture round. Here's question 8. The hula hoop was a fad of the late 1950s and was a huge commercial success for what California toy company with an impactful name that also produced the Frisbee, the Slip and Slide, and Silly String? That impactful sounding toy company is Whammo. Whammo, your correct answer for number 8. Whammo Toys Incorporated. Question number 9. The 1989 comedy Troop Beverly Hills starred child actress Jenny Lewis, who later co founded and became the lead singer of what 2000s indie rock band, who released the songs Portions for Foxes and Breakin' Up? Jenny Lewis, star of Troop Beverly Hills, went on to found and be the lead singer of Rilo Kiley is your correct answer for number 9. It was tough, but 38% of you got that one correct. And we are on to our final question in round number 3. Oop is the theme. Question 10. American author James Fenimore Cooper created the fictional character Chingachgook, a chief of what Eastern Algonquin Native American tribe, named in the title of Cooper's most famous 1826 novel? James Fenimore Cooper's most famous work, The Last of the Mohicans. A Mohican, your answer for number 10. That brings us to the end of round number 3. Let us check in with our standings as we head into our fourth and final category of the evening, the picture round. As it stands heading into that final round, we've got a tie in ninth place with 27 points between Jackash Incorporated, actually. Tied in fifth with 28, Sam and Nate, Goo Goo Muck Muck 2.0, Team 578 and Team 578, and tied for the lead right now. No perfect scores as we head into that final round. 29 out of a possible 30 points. The Quizlamic State pieced it together. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. It all comes down to this final topic of the night, the picture round, which this evening is in the category of blue characters. Blue characters. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of different characters that have something to do with the shade of blue. And it is your job to identify each character for 1 point apiece. On your answer sheet, you'll see all 10 images laid out next to each other. Underneath those 10 numbered images are 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the character on the corresponding numbered blank. You all have 5 minutes on the clock to work on this round. Then we'll see how you did and move into our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker to close out the game. 5 minutes, everybody. Best of luck. Please name these blue characters. Hi, everyone. We are halfway through the picture round. Remember, we're looking for the name of the characters here, these blue characters. We'll be back very soon to find out how you did. Don't forget to submit your responses. About 2 minutes left. The countdown timer is heading your way. If you haven't done so already, click that submit answers button. I have some answers for you all from this picture round. Blue characters, our theme. Image number one, that is Jennifer Lawrence portraying Mystique in the X-Men movies. Image number two, yeah, it's a Muppet. It's Gonzo. And for the first time in a while, you have just been Muppeted. It happened. Welcome back to being Muppeted. There it is. Hey, you Muppets. Good to see you. Our next image here, number three. Yes, it's Will Smith in Aladdin, but his character is what we were looking for. He's the genie in Aladdin. Image number four from Guardians of the Galaxy. That is Yondu. Also featured in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, debuting as the character the Grand Master, is none other than our theme for this season. You have just been Goldbloomed. Yes, that's right. There he is as the Grand Master down there with a little blue streak on his lip. He could have been in this round as well. You've been Goldbloomed, folks. Our next image here, we've got Sadness from Inside Out, followed by The Tick. Next, we have Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. He did, in fact, blue himself. Image number 8 from Five Nights at Freddy's. That character's name is Toy Bonnie. Toy Bonnie. Followed by Skeletor. And lastly, that My Little Pony is called Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash. Let's see how you did. I do have one more question for you all this evening. Of course, the tiebreaker question is going to close out our game. As per usual, our tiebreaker has a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct answer. That means that you can guess over or under the correct number. Whoever's the closest is going to break the tie. All right, everybody, let's check it out. Our tiebreaker question for this evening has to do with Arrested Development. Give us your best guess, including the more recent seasons on Netflix. How many total episodes have there been of the TV series Arrested Development? Don't look it up, I'll know. Arrested Development, including the seasons that ran on Netflix, aired for 84 episodes. 84. We will break the ties and post the results of our top 15 or so teams over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League as soon as we're able to do so. Thanks, Dante. So keep an eye out for that. At NYC Trivia League is where you'll find that information. Let's check out our final scores for the night. Once again, folks, we will be back 1 week from today for our next quiz. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey, I know, I hear you, and I ask that you kindly stop. I got him. We'll be back 1 week from today. I hope very much to see you all then. And let's go over to the winner's circle. What happened here tonight? Let us find out. Finishing tonight's game in a tie, I can only assume, for 17th place with 32 points. His fart's worse than his bite. Yes, that's true. Waiting for Flatus, The Blue Shells, and the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. Tied in 14th with 33 points, J&J, Gravy Showers, Bring May Flowers, The Book Club, The Lippiest Nando. Oh, pardon me, Lippiest Nando, you're in a new bracket, tied in 12th. 34 points. We also have Chi-Chi's Forever, tied in 12th. Tied in 10th with 35, the Rubber Yolks and Sam and Nate, tied in 7th with 37. Goo Muck Muck 2.0, Jackass Incorporated, and actually tied in 4th with 38 points, the Quizlamic State, Team 578 and Team 578. Tied for the lead tonight, 39 points apiece. Pieced it together, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Thank you all so much for being here this evening. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you so much to Peter and our writing team for helping to put together tonight's quiz. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible. Thank you to Murr and the Rizzio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on tonight. See you in 1 week. Until then, may it stop raining. Hope you're well out there. I appreciate every single one.